All right. Up, up, ba, da, da, ba. Where the fuck are there you are?
We need to talk.
Damn right. Lots for me to explain. But not here. The night's got ears. We can have our talk in your head. You have a room there, right?
How do you know about that?
I'm your grandfather. What don't I know?
I don't know. It still boggles my mind that she legitimately thought that what she was doing was just regular FBI profiling.
You know about my mind place? How is that possible?
We all have the power. Find the truth. Damn right I do. Odin already told you you're a seer. You can gaze into their heads, see the truth. See past the lies. Past this bullshit horror story. Us Andersons aren't bound by it. You can fight it. Don't be the story. Make the story.
It's true. I am a seer. I have a power.
No
My
shit.
mind place is more than I thought it was.
No shit.
This isn't my intuition.
I
I'm
don't
seeing
I
their
don't mean to
thoughts.
rant again because I
Is this
know
why
I
the truth
ranted
about Logan?
about
While
this
everyone
for a
else
while
forgot?
before, but this is probably the weakest bit of storytelling in the entire game. That she somehow didn't realize that being able to like even something like Sherlock Holmes, like with his goofy like, oh, I noticed the color of the turd in your pocket indicates that on Thursday of the 27th you visited a curry place. Um like her not realizing that that what she was doing is more than just profiling is probably, unless there's like an explanation for it later, is probably the weakest bit of storytelling in the entire game.
You said you were my grandfather. If that's true, why wasn't I told about you?
You were part of our fucked up family way before this horror story. I was a shitty fucking dad to Freya. Your mom didn't deserve that. Not one bit. Things were said and done. Not a day goes by I haven't regretted it. But that fucking father of yours didn't make things any easier. I know Freya is gone. So I need to apologize to you. I am sorry, Saga.
I can see he's sorry.
I've got
Mom
the
said she
tour
didn't
beard,
want anything to do with my grandfather.
just more of
And
it.
that my father died before I
I've
could
done that
remember.
occasionally, separated it
It
into
all matches.
2 sets.
Tor and Odin aren't part of my family.
Oh, now that I'm uh I don't know why you don't grow yours out. I know Sam's got you whipped, but you can grow it out. Now that I'm doing the audio differently, let me know how the levels are, because I did just have desktop audio just turned down low, just so that no matter what I was streaming, no matter what I was doing, it would, you know, be a good level. But now that I'm doing alerts, it turned out that was the. Let me quickly open up Twitch and have it send a test alert, and you can tell me what the which one was it that you said scared the shit out of you? The Majima popping out of the manhole, or the thing with my which was the thing you clipped? but when I was playing that one game, whatever the hell it was called, and I got scared, made that weird fucking noise. Come on, I don't need to load 100 different things. I just want to get to the alerts. I can send a test one. I was about to say, for a second before it loaded, it said no alerts set up. Yeah, I could actually make that a little bit quieter now that I've got the stuff set differently. Yeah, I've set it to... I just want them to be loud so that, like, they'll scare me the way yours scare you. Save changes. Yeah, not much of a difference, but I mean, that's what it's like. I don't think you ever played Yakuza. Have you ever played any Yakuza games? Because you really need to. They're really fucking good. Start with 0. It's the best place to start. But that's pretty much what it's like. You'll just be wandering around and Majima will just pop up out of nowhere and scare the shit out of you.
Mom wouldn't talk about my father. You knew him?
Some doors are better left closed. Your dad was a complicated...
I love how you're so busy
always thinking 2 steps ahead. That's
paying
not
attention to
how
chat
we
and
work.
stuff that you didn't seem to notice that for the first
Then
time
he was gone.
the
I didn't handle
people
it
you
well.
were profiling were
Freya
showing up in your
didn't want
chair.
anything to do with me after that.
There's been a lot of points where I'm like, will you fucking stop reading chat and look at your fucking screen, god damn it. Which, like, I'm not actually legitimately mad. Like if I had people in my chat, I'd be interacting with them too.
With
But
Logan. With David. I won't stop until they're safe. You said you were a shitty father to my mom. Is that why she left?
Freya never looked back. My girl was strong. Freya always thought our powers had a dangerous side. Odin and me did fuck with things that
is
should
it
not have been fucked with.
annoyingly obvious
mom
that
had
I've
common
cropped
sense.
my webcam
She raised
at
you
a
right.
weird ratio
Kept you
in
safe.
order to show off what shirt I'm wearing?
I'm not surprised she didn't tell you about the
Wearing my
absent
Art the
power.
Clown shirt.
She was always protecting me. Whenever I told my mom about my mind place, she called it make-believe. I wish she'd been more honest with me.
I got my
At least towards the end.
over here. I got my gorilla shirt, which I don't know why I was holding it up to the microphone as if that was the camera. I love the way Noodle looks in this one. The art style looks really hot. Like I'm not gonna lie, like she got hot. I don't know if you've watched like Cracker Island or any like the new music videos, but she got fucking hot. Yeah. And then I got my my corn shirt here. And I don't have it over here with me. But I've got my other shirts that I ordered over there. This is actually a good using webcam for horror games is a good way to reuse some of my shirts. Like, I know this is gonna sound gross, but I'm only gonna wear shirts that haven't been washed when I stream. That way I can have like a stack of shirts that like I've worn out, so I don't want to wear them out again, because they might, like, I won't say they stink, but like they might, like, you know, have a little funk on them. But then I can reuse them for streaming, get a little more use out of them for because I don't have a washer at the house, and the laundromat is fucking expensive. I did a load of laundry a couple weeks ago, and it ended up costing me like $30 fucking.
I have the clicker. Can I use it to save my daughter?
An amp. Get your guitar roaring and your drums crashing. Blow reality's eardrums. Just the light switch isn't enough.
Okay,
It's
I got it.
Tom's story we're dealing with, so he's got to be the one to rewrite it. After that's done, he can flick that switch to bring the whole thing home, baby.
I can't use
Beard
the
and
clicker.
face lotion.
Tom,
I put a little bit of it in my beard
he's
every day.
awake. He
And
needs
I've
to rewrite
got
the story first. I can't stop the horror story without him.
some sandalwood beard oil. Everyman, I don't know if they got it over there, but Everyman Jack is a pretty good brand. And then I've got my hair pomade. So I don't have any in right now because my hairdo can work just fine on its own. It's when I go out and there's gonna be like wind and shit that I need to put shit in. Which my hair's slowly getting long enough that I can do what I wanted, because I had it combed straight back, and I keep flip-flopping between the two styles because I like this style more, but it's more difficult to manage, because like you can see I'm Doc Browning it over here. Like I don't want it to just straight down. I want there to be some lift to it, so it kind of comes over, and I need the pomade for that. And I want the side to come up with it. And when I had it slicked back with the side shaved, it was to here. But with this, I want it to be down to like here. So I've been having to grow out this part, which is why it sticks out so far. And I'd say I need about another inch before I can start combing it up there. And then I can shave down this part. I spend too much time on my hair. I've always spent like even back when like I had really long hair, I'd spend like at least a total of an hour a day brushing it. So oh yeah, don't forget when you're going for the plat, you got the television over here, so if you want to check there's one more ad that I have not seen. Oh yeah, I picked up a manuscript page. When I was running around trying to find a place where it would let me use my gun so I could test out the audio levels, but every time I tried to run off, it would turn me around and make me walk back.
When Cynthia Weaver was downstairs at breakfast, Rose snuck into her room. With all the lamps in the room, it took her a while to find the one with an angel. Luckily, the dream Alan had sent her had been very clear. Rose was certain that Cynthia would not miss one lamp. She had so many. Tonight, Rose would put the lamp in a shoebox and let it sink into the garden pond. That's what Alan wanted. That's how she could help him. The thought made her whole body buzz with joy. Cynthia knew the lamp was missing the very moment she came back to her room.
I don't know how I feel about Rose.
It had been Tom's lamp.
Because it's like
things that reminded her of him. It had not worked
Her
in a long
obsession with
time, the Court
Alan,
severed
which was
the light switch
even
gone.
like apparent in the first
But there are
game,
other kinds of lights than
is
the
a little
ones we can see.
creepy. Like you even
The invisible light of
mentioned
the
you get
angel
Annie
lamp
Wilkes
had held
vibes from her.
Cynthia together all these years.
At the same time, it's not like
With
she like
tears
did
welling in
anything.
her
Like
eyes,
it's not like she
didn't
tried
see
to
the
like
shadows shifting in the
kill
corners of her
Alice
room.
or anything. Like when I got to this chapter, I can't remember if I mentioned it in my video, which I've got the latest video exported to YouTube. I just haven't made it go live yet. I don't know if I voiced it, but it I honestly thought she was going to turn out to be the big bad of the chapter, but it's like I there's something I mentioned in that chapter or in that stream that I'm gonna reiterate because I want your opinion on it. Is that like when I was looking over like all of her like obsession and all of her art and stuff, I mentioned that there's like some people I know in real life that have obsessions like that over like celebrities or like YouTubers or and stuff, and it's like I know that it's annoying when people say stuff like this, but I feel like that's one of those things that women get away with that men don't. Like I know quite a few women that like their entire personality is like either a celebrity that they like or a character from a game or an anime that they like, and they take it to like a really obsessive creepy level. And it's like I feel like people give guys more crap over that kind of thing. Like I even got crap when I if you remember, I took a picture and sent it to you when I saw that Anna Kendrick had an autobiography out, and I mentioned to someone that I read it and that I then got the book on tape version just because I like her voice, and they told me I was a creep. I'm like, what the fuck? What was that? And I just guarantee you that if that was like a fucking Ryan Gosling or something autobiography, people wouldn't be getting crap over it. Which another thing I mentioned in the stream is that I do understand that a lot of times when it's a guy, it more often, like as much as we got characters like Annie Wilkes and stuff, that kind of obsession and like, you know, dangerous stuff tends to happen more often with guys like that. I can't remember who the celebrity was, but that guy that was so obsessed with the celebrity that he tried to kill the president to get her to notice him. But still.
Don't need to go over all this again.
Yeah.
Tor's here in the overlap. Gotta find him and get the fuck out.
Yeah, I know.
Wake wrote Logan into the story. He had no right to use her like this. There is still time to make him fix it. I won't give him a choice.
Yeah. I'm wondering if, like, obviously no spoilers, but I'm wondering if how much of this was Wake's doing, how much of it was Scratch's doing, because Wake did say that when he found Scratch's manuscript and he started doing his edits, he wanted to give it a hero, and he's the one that wrote Saga into the story. So I'm guessing it was Alan that did that, and it does kind of make him kind of a douchebag, but at the same time he did understand that there's got to be stakes and it's got to, you know, be realistic. He's got to stay within the confines of the story. And maybe my hope is that it'll turn out that what's really true isn't that he wrote into the story that she drowned and took her away from him, but rather that she didn't, that she did, and he wrote it into the story and wrote her forgetting it, and then like she'll be able to like change reality, because like the dark place does use you for evil, but it still does have the ability to change reality. And if you could conquer the dark place, easier said than done, it does seem like something you'd be able to. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to you playing Control. I know you said you're waiting until you get the plat on this, but it's gonna be so good. I mentioned I wasn't gonna say anything about it, but someone in your chat asked you if you got to the ashtray maze. That's such a good part. And a fun little tidbit is
Tori
that
Odin can actually speak with me in my mind place.
is that
Thanks to their own powers.
the musical section in this, they wanted to do it the same thing in Control, but they lost the battle with the publisher to do it then. So when you play Control and you get to the ashtray maze, just know that what we ended up with here is what they were wanting to do then. So that's just the only thing I'll say about Control is, like, make sure when you go into it you remember that it came out before this, so like there's gonna be some things that are like less refined, although not to spoil anything, but the gameplay, it's similar in a lot of ways, but it's very different in a lot of ways. So it is definitely a different kind of game.
The way Tor behaved, I'm surprised my mom hung around for as long as she did.
And I would say
But he is
definitely
genuinely sorry.
take your time with it. It's I will say don't worry too much about like collectibles and stuff, because obviously you can new game plus, I don't know if it was new game plus, but you can do a new game and follow a walkthrough to get all the collectibles for trophies and whatnot. But do your exploring. But I will say it's definitely one of those games where you kind of want to take your time, and like you want to explore, but you want to like barrel down the main path as much as you can, because there will be so many instances where you'll try to explore a section and then it'll turn out, oh, I need a ability that I don't have yet. Well, I wasted my fucking time here. So and get the I don't know what edition you have, but get the AWE DLC, because it connects to this and it's really good. The Foundation DLC, you can play it if you want. I thought it wasn't very good. It was probably the weakest thing in any of the in the game total. I honestly don't know what they were doing. It was, I mean, maybe it's just a personal thing, like the setting of it I didn't care for, and
because of my family,
just everything going on in it, I was like, nah.
Overlaps require pieces of art to enter. Is that because of the Dark Place's focus on art? Thanks for telling me this, Tor. I need to go find Wake to stop this.
The old gods of Asgard will be ready to help. Me and my bro will bring the rock when you need it. Remember, your daughter is alive. Just kept from you by this bullshit horror story.
I needed to hear that. Thanks, Grandpa.
Wish I could zoom. Too bad that out of every game I've played so far on my PS5, this is the one that doesn't have a photo mode.
Sorry ass over to Odin.
He's got the Poets of the Fall logo, then the Old Gods of Asgard. I don't know what
See you
horde mode
soon, Saga.
is.
The FBC is holding Wake at the sheriff's station. I need to make Agent Estevez understand. They have Wake and I have the clicker.
Rock and roll.
We have to work together to stop this. Casey,
Then,
do you read me, Casey?
nah,
Damn it.
Casey's fucked.
Where are you, Casey? He better be okay. Focus, Saga.
Scratching
station.
Hag.
To Wake.
Like, I don't know who the first Scratching Hag. Maybe it was Barbara Yeager that they're talking about in that. But Scratching Hag is a reference to their song "Children of the Elder Gods." There's a line that goes, "Scratching Hag, rake your claws and gnash your crooked teeth." Anyway, now that I've got the I will say this is going to be a pretty chill stream, just because now that I've got the bolt cutters, I'm gonna what's this? Investigation. Yeah, I want to see what that is real quick. But I'm gonna go back to the various places I've been. Use the bolt cutters.
Saga had slid into a nightmare. A growing amount of evidence said her daughter was dead. Saga couldn't accept that. Wake said it could be undone, but Wake was gone, in the custody of the federal.
So
Bureau
scale
of
of 1 to
Control.
10, how
Casey,
much
her
does my
only ally,
constant
was gone
bitching
too.
about dynamic difficulty
alone.
annoy you?
Agent Estevez had pulled rank on her, stonewalled her, shut her out of her own case.
I just think it's one of the
Saga
worst things
refused
to
give
happen
up.
to gaming.
She needed answers. Tor and Odin Anderson would have some. A family visit then. No one could blame her for that. Saga was trapped in a horror story. It was manifesting itself around her like the darkness of a mental illness, pushing her deeper and deeper.
I don't know if you like have played enough that you recall, but is the RE4 remake similar to the original in that professional difficulty gets rid of all the dynamic stuff and makes everything more static in terms of like how much damage enemies take? So I was seeing stuff that like about like RE2 speed runs, and I even called it when I played the game, that I remember when I played the game, I said I wouldn't be surprised if part of the speed run strat is to just wildly miss shots intentionally in order to get your the dynamic difficulty to. Oh, is this what the investigation thing is pointing me towards? Getting in my car? No? The fuck is investigation?
Vote Mayor Setter to sit in office.
Vote Mayor Sutter. Vote Mayor fuck me in the ass. Yeah, I got Lies of P in the mail today. So once I finish up. Okay, I don't know what they want from me right here. Why there's a thing on the map for the aren't any items I missed? Some flares. Where are they? No, those aren't too far away. Fuck was that? Gotta fucking hate when that happens. When like one of those black command prompt things pop up on your screen for half a second, because it's like, I know it's probably just like some random thing updating. It always makes me think that like there's like a fucking virus. I don't know why I'm so paranoid about viruses. I literally haven't gotten a virus in like over 10 years. I just got some bad ones back in the day. I got one that every 15 minutes on the dot it would open a web browser to a specific porn site. And I even contacted the person, like, eventually I started scrolling through it and I found the contact information. I'm like, are you really that fucking pathetic that you got to use viruses to advertise your porn site? And the guy actually got back to me and said they had no idea what I was talking about. And I don't know if I believe him, because on one hand, that's obviously not something you would admit to. But on the other hand, when people sign up for like advertisements, and especially like services that like will promise to bring traffic to your website, sometimes the services aren't exactly upfront about the methodology that they're going to use. Yeah, there's a lot of games that you haven't gotten back and done the plat for, have you? That you've been meaning to do. Which I get it. Like I'm not delusional. I recognize that you don't have as much free time as I do. And I don't take that for granted. Yeah. And if I'm being honest, like, not to get all mushy for a second, but why is there a... Okay, I don't know why there's a point of interest in there, but there is a crossbow bolt up in Ati's room. Let me run up there and get that. But like, if I'm being honest, I would trade my life for yours in a second. Well, I don't want to put it like that, because like I've never liked that phrase, trade my life for yours, because that implies that then you'll have to endure my life. And that's definitely not what I like, you know, intend with that phrase. But like I do have a lot of spare time to, you know, sit around and play video games and stuff. But having, like, you know, a family and kids to take care of, that's definitely something that, like, even if it meant that I, you know, had to like severely cut down on my gaming time, I'd be fine with it. Yeah, I don't know why this is being marked as a point of interest when done everything. Did you like my comment when I found the book of puns and I said Ellie would like that? Alright. So what even is my current mission? What is my current goal? Go to the sheriff's option, and then optional, investigate the previously flooded area. Well, I definitely want to do option. Love me some option. I put on some music. New. Okay, go across here and then Oh, dark. Love it. Bunker Woods. That boss battle really took what I had when it came to ammo. I really need to calibrate my TV. I mean, I have all the stuff. There's a thing I use. It's a set of pictures, and you load it onto either a USB stick and display it on your system or on your TV, or just use your PlayStation to display it. Then you go through it and now that I got my turn the master. Alan Walker. Or Pat Maine. Down through here. Hello. Yeah, when I finish the game, I'm gonna
Every night was bingo night at the Valhalla
replay, and I'm gonna
Each
save
time Rose drew
any
a ball
footage of
from
me
the cage
finding
and
the
called
new
out its
stuff,
number, some
like
of
the new bits of
residents
stuff
shouted
that was
bingo,
added
no
for
matter what was on their cards.
New Game Plus.
Some of them sat mute, their cards full, never calling out. Some of them would try to steal the ball from her. Some of them would chastise the others for acting out. It was like herding a clouder of cats. Rose didn't mind. She liked cats. She knew she was where she was supposed to be, with her little Vikings, waiting for the hero to come. Tonight, the residents were restless, more so than usual. Ahti was wearing Blum's coveralls again. Tor stood by the phone. Too late. Rose saw the hammer in his hand. The garden lights started to flicker, the darkness and rain pressing against the windows. The time drew nigh.
Wait, didn't I? Or was I saving up for that? I could have sworn there was an upgrade that made my rifle rounds penetrate the darkness shields, but maybe that was one that I was saving up for. Fuck, I got no ammo. Thank you for the ammo. Ooh. Yes, I love healing. Oh, heal me so good, baby. Oh, heal me, puppy.
There's another lunchbox.
I don't know what the hell was going on with my game where the first few lunchboxes I found were like 2 and 3 scraps, and now I'm getting like regular amounts. Oh, that's enough for the yeah, bullets penetrate darkness shields. That would be nice to have.
Aiming through the scope, Saga could see the flickering darkness that protected the Taken, saw it waver and jerk, saw a shifting opening in it. There, she fired, sending the bullet through to find its way home.
I love the way that they explain away the upgrades with Alan writing, but I wish there was something similar when you do his upgrades. Like, even if it was just like you know, when you change the fuck, wrong button, when you change the scene and you hear the little typewriters click clacking, just something as simple as that. Be nice. Wait, why are you running me in circles, Mr. Now there's a person. I keep hitting the wrong side of the damn. There it is.
Another locked box.
Can't use a screwdriver. Guess I gotta find the. Ooh, I popped your giblets. Where you want? Where you at?
World is all smile. The woods. World out a bright full split.
Fuck. And you get to more open area.
Darkness opened.
Ah, daddy, body, potati, talento. What? What's happened? Oh. Dropping frames. I'm all the way fucking back out here. Oh my fucking lordy. Lordy Lou, Lordy Lou. That's fine. I didn't actually accomplish much. Wait a minute, did my game disappear? Not showing up in the preview. Hmm. Yeah, even the actual remote play is. I need to restart the remote play. That's another good thing about doing things this way. I have got to pin that to the start menu. How long was that like that? Where's the pin to start menu button? There we go. Ah! I don't know. Fucking. What's going on? Oh god, Obs, what are you fucking doing? You were doing good, Obs, you know? You know, you were doing good. You were doing good. There we go. There we go. I don't know how long that's been like that. Did it even save me going into the thing and getting the they were just two items. I'm not gonna. Okay, somewhere around here was a lunchy box. Then down there's your key. And the thing's right.
Another locked box.
Can't hide from the trees. What the fuck is that? A rocket flare. Single shot flare. Okay. Okay, so it's like having the flare gun, but for Saga. Alright. That's it. And then there's the lunchbox that I...
There's another lunchbox.
Alright, we're all caught up. All caught up. I don't know if there's anything up there that I would have missed, but oh well. I ran around that area enough that I think there was anything. I hope that my display wasn't gone for too long. I'm sure David had to go for a curry shit or something. Or he would have told me. Oh, fuck me up the ass. Yeah, I need to readjust where all this shit is. I got a fucking mouse plugged into my computer because I just can't wrap my brain around laptop touchpads. I've just never been able to properly use them. And that's probably because it was like the first time that I'd even had a... Like the last laptop I had was the first time I'd even had a laptop. I don't really... Might be something that with more practice you get better at. I don't know. Alright, that arrow. Oh yeah, during my other round through, I didn't come do this. You look for those arrows. There we go. You're pointing over there. You're pointing over there. Okay, and there's where you are. Hopefully, I could theoretically get this done without alerting the douchebags.
Another locked box.
And then I know there's a lunchbox around. I feel like running away from enemies is more of an option in this one than it was in the last one, because they kind of locked you into segments. I don't know what the point of putting weak spots on their backs is, because like where's that fucking lunch pop? What's around here? I know it's not far enough down to be on the path. On the path. And I saw the there they are.
There's another lunchbox.
Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? Can I get down there? that whizzed me. I'm gonna run back to a save point. That way, if I die, I don't gotta do that bit of hunting. And I guess I could get those few items while I'm in here. What's weird is when I was trying to get to a spot where I could use my gun so I could test the audio, I went down to the basement and I got one of those like jump scare flashes, and it was of Cynthia. She dead. So it was pretty clear that they didn't expect you to go back down there. And then there was another item. I could have sworn. No? Huh. Anyway, second floors. Okay, I want to swap out. Well, I'm gonna swap you out for you. I got a D Emerald for, and hopefully soon I can find a upgrade from my stashy stash. I don't know why there's a bit of darkness look, because I know there was a page there, but I already got it. I think they would have despawned the. Alright, ignore the enemies, make a beeline for the path. There we go. That spawned weird. Interestingly, I haven't found any no there. I suck at video games. I haven't found any ranger stashes, but maybe those are only in the Colton Lake section. I could switch back to some Alan. As much as I want to see what happens next in his section. I definitely want
The
to
81st annual Deer Fest was
see
just
what's
around
going
the
on
corner.
with all this.
Everyone in Bright Falls was bustling. There were banners to be hung, pies baked, deer masks sold. Bright Falls had made the top 100 American small town list for its modest rustic charm. The town expected a lot of tourists this year, but a shadow hung over the Deer Fest preparations. The forecast promised rain. Fearful whispers promised more murders. The police were on high alert. Sheriff Breaker had deputies patrolling the streets at night. Bright Falls was no stranger to odd happenings, but to cancel Deerfest? Out of the question. The townsfolk were anxious.
Subtitles
Their
are really off
anticipation
on this
mixed with
one.
fear. People had restless dreams. The lights seemed dimmer. Floodwater pressed in on the town, and the shadows poured in with it.
Like I said, it's clear that from the fact that you can't zoom in or anything, that there's probably nothing behind those uh scribbled out bits. But it does like pique your curiosity of like what kind of story Mr. Scratch was writing in the first place, and like what details he cut out. Be kind of cool if it's like a bonus, like a New Game Plus bonus or something. You could find the original manuscripts and see like the direction the story was meant to take. Because there's a dash nearby.
There's another cult stash. Another one of those cult boxes.
Oh, okay. And it says to illuminate. So we've got left and right. What are you pointing at the ground for? Oh, do I gotta climb up there and look at the ground from there? Can I climb up there? Thinking not. No. Down towards the middle. And there's just the one that points down. Is it pointing me down and over this way? Yes. So... oh fuck, there's enemies. Left and right, up and down towards the middle, and then side by side. What the f- Alright. Up and down towards middle, and then side by side. That's fucking correct. Don't fuck with me. Or is it other way around? Try the side to side here. one I need isn't even on this thing. That one's only on here. Here's the side to side here. Huh. There, that's going left and right. Side. The shadowiness around here is. Yeah.
I'm never gonna get used to this.
Oh, thanks for the supplies. Those are pointing towards the side. What wants for me? There's still a
Shadows have shifted in the dark.
fuck are you doing here?
There we go.
Weird rando. This is what it is. I don't know what the fuck else you want from me, game. I don't know why there's a clue that it's not showing me. Well, I'm guessing when I get the stash, it'll. Wait a minute. Maybe I'm not supposed to look at the painted ones. Maybe I'm supposed to look at the ones hanging. Any more hanging? Okay. those are just all the same. Yeah, those are all the same. Maybe that one's supposed to be upside down because it points down. I don't know. No, because then it would be that. That one has to be down here because it's the only one that's got it. Unless you just want me to do this 3 times. Itchy. That annoys me is I have to turn my TV all the way down when I'm streaming, or else it comes out the thing, because I can't mute it, because if I mute it there's a little symbol that blinks in the corner telling me that I've muted it. It's like, yeah, thanks. So very, very helpful. And if I keep... Alright, you know what? I'm gonna look this one up for the simple fact that the more I wander around here, the more enemies are going to keep respawning. I don't want to deal with that and use up all my ammo. Ooh, you're a big feller. I am trying to shoot you. Not what I was trying to activate. shitting right into my fucking esophagus. I don't fucking. I don't mind respawning enemies if it fits with like the atmosphere and everything. It's just fucking annoying.
I need to piece this together on the caseboard.
I don't need to piece shit together on a caseboard. Well, you tell me this puzzle here is a caseboard puzzle? Is that what you tell me there, Ronnie? Tell me that there, Sweetums? You gonna explain to me why there's a bit of floating darkness? I'm like 90% sure I put that in at some point. Am I?
There's another cult stash.
Fucking
Another one of those
inventory
cult
is
boxes.
full. And the fucking game is gone too. This is starting to piss me off. There must be something going on with my internet because it's not OBS. The game itself is going dark. Okay, I guess that when I clicked that remote play thing and clicked pin to the start menu, it just didn't do it. It was like, nah, I'm not gonna do the thing you're trying to do. The fuck are you doing now? There we go. And I get so fucking distracted that I don't see when it's, even though my screen is right there, I don't see when it disappears. And it's dropping frames, and the network is just shitting all over itself right now. I don't know why. I definitely need to invest in a capture card so I don't got to deal with that. Since now I know for a fact that my thing, because it's not the computer, the CPU is never going above like 3%. I know it's not that. What's weird is when the thing disconnects, I don't get a notification or anything, and the controller still works plugged into the computer. Yeah, you guys have fun up there. I'm going this way. Now the button I'm gonna press. Oh my fucking Jesus in heaven. I went to the thing because my inventory is full and then got distracted by the thing being fucking... Everything's just wrong. Everything's wrong. Actually, I can put the rifle ammo away until I go to use the rifle. I'll put those away because they're not overly useful.
Shadows poured in!
I'll just grab these items and fuck off. No, you're not gonna let me. There should be an achievement for ooh, there's a page. For running away from encounters enough times. An achievement should be called Ain't Nobody Got Time for That.
When the government seized the land around Cauldron Lake and set up their laboratory there, Ilmo Koskela knew they knew something. Together with his brother, they felt obliged to take a look inside. The Federal Bureau of Control Security was a joke. The Koskelas walked in delivering coffee. Back in Watery, they pored over the stack of files they grabbed. The FBC was researching something in the lake, something they called the Shadow. Everyone who went into the lake came back a monster. Hartman had gone into the lake. He'd come back bad. The FBC had captured him, interrogated him. Based on his ravings, Barbara Jagger had gone into the lake as far back as the 60s. She'd come back bad. The writer, Alan Wake, had gone into the lake. He'd faced Jagger, pushed some mystic light switch into a hole in her chest, flicked the switch and gotten rid of her. If Wake ever came back, he was bound to be bad as well.
So maybe the cult is not necessarily bad guys. These is... What you telling me there's a manuscript page over there? What the fuck are you talking about, Willis? Since when was that there? I remember getting that. Just must not got it during one of my loads. Dropping a fat load. Dropping a fat load. And the maybe this is a sign that I wasn't meant to, right? How much is a capture device? Fucking, I could probably get a used, because I don't need a really fancy one. I could probably get a used Elgato on Amazon for like Fucking $80 or something. I hope it's not because I've got like the alerts and shit set up. I mean, I haven't gotten any alerts, but that's the only thing I've changed. So,
Another cult stash?
maybe, you know, it'd be cool if you'd actually let me zoom in on that. Are you really not gonna let me zoom in on? There we go. Santa. Okay, so it's in a chimney. All right, fine. Whatever you say there, buddy boy. Now let's go into the building. Or not. Let's fumble our way around. Whoa, what's this?
Oh, another rhyme.
Alright, to the beach a child went wandering. Pretty shiny rock she's gathering. But from the water a monster rose, a horrible beast with a pointy nose, a flapping wing and dragging toes. But the child was wrong, it was her mother all along, on a boat grabbing a towel that's already gone. Other child. No, the child is gathering the and then the monster is there we go. Oh fuck, it's you.
Fuck.
Did you seriously? You missed not much, but my stream keeps fucking up. The remote play app just keeps going black, and then I have to restart the remote play app. And I mean, I got my monitor right there, so I usually notice it pretty quickly, but another reason why I need to get an Elgato. Now that I know that the laptop can handle streaming, and I don't need one of the new expensive Elgatos, so I'm thinking I could probably get like a cheapo one on like Amazon, pretty decent price. Wrong button for dodging. I wish game developers could just like come up with like a unified dodge button. Like, this shall be the dodge button for all video games henceforth. And you shall never again accidentally press circle because you were playing a Souls-like recently. I love these enemy designs. I think it's honestly one of the most creative. I go on like a whole rant in my last video about it, but I think it's probably one of the most creative enemy designs I've ever seen in a game. Like, there's been enemies popping up out of water, but popping out of water that isn't there. That is such a cool thing. Okay, I did not kill that other one, and now I'm scared. I don't know where they went. But I don't care, because I'm leaving. Not upset or anything, but if you gotta go or something, toss a brother a BRB. Man, if it's like an emergency, like that's obviously like a. But I'm sitting here, you know, talking to you, thinking. Okay, so I need to somehow get to the chimney of this building, because that's apparently where the code is, at least according to the
Must be locked from the other side.
piece of paper that had a picture of Santa Claus on it. Feel so stupid for missing so many of those, because I didn't realize that using the screwdriver to jimmy the lock was something I could do on multiple locks, rather than I thought that was just a one-off puzzle.
Another one of those rhymes.
Is there a doll? Because I'm missing one doll. Alright. Child needs their mother to keep them safe, and a home as their hiding place, because outside the monsters roam and chase. When they ring your doorbell, don't yell, don't tell them to go away, give them treats and pray, they won't rock your house down to the ground. I did not. Okay, so give the monster some treats and hide in your house.
That's it.
And there's a ring on the doorbell. That's something that makes me happy. Oh, I let him in. Awesome. I'm not gonna say I'm a big fan of footsteps upstairs.
Hi there,
Hello.
little friend.
Yeah. Then once we get a release date, I'm gonna load up the game, start a new character. Both because, well, like, I'm hoping that they'll, like, give us, like, I don't know how much you've been following it, but I don't know if it's gonna be a DLC where, you'll want a character that's already been built up, or if you'll want, like, if it's like a fresh start type thing. Because this is the longest. I'm expecting this DLC to be pretty fucking big, because this is really the longest they've ever taken for a... Jesus Christ, what is the... Was this it? You got in the bathtub and that's it? I don't know what you... Oh, you also... Then you went to bed. Okay, sounds good. Just peachy. That it? I guess that's it. I gave the monster a treat and it wasn't... It didn't give me any problem.
Get the clicker to Wake and make him fix his attempt to play God. That's the plan. But the FBC have him.
And what I'll probably do is get a character going. These I got a lot of for laters. And then if it turns out to be a DLC that like
No.
that you wanna start a fresh character on, I'll start a fresh character. Actually, if it's a DLC, what I'll probably do is I'll probably make a decent, like, get close to the end of the game, have like an end game character, and then if it's a DLC that they want you to start a new game on, then I'll just beat the game and do it on New Game Plus. I'm just hoping that, like, my hope is that the DLC is like off to the side, like different plate, like a something on the map. It's not like as much as I know some people would prefer it this way, I hope it's not like stuff that's like integrated into the main map, because I really don't want to like trek across the entire map of the whole fucking game again looking just for DLC stuff. Oh yeah, and I still gotta check the chimney. I'm not actually sure how I would do that. Is there a fireplace? There is. Heavy. Drop frames. Oh, computer. None of my attention that both of you have left your posts on several occasions while on duty, gallivanting around town on personal business is unacceptable. You are under strict FBC protocols regarding covertness and confidentiality, and as your supervisor, I am responsible for your conduct. At all times, if you find the work boring, too bad. You are to fill your roles and duties as I see fit, as project requires. I am changing your post. I'll be overseeing the watery area, as it is now has the most test sites to cover. The ranger cabin there will be my base of operations. Vega, you're moving to Cauldron Lake Witchfinder Station. Michael, you're staying in the Brightfall Station. I don't want to hear any excuses. Dean Campbell. Acknowledged and understood. That goes for both of us, Michaels and me. It really was not gallivanting as you put it, though, as I was attacked by some rabid animal out there in the woods. Michaels helped me get some medical attention in town. You should know that all that if you read your messages, of course. In any case, orders received. Yeah, the bosses, especially towards the end of the game, was probably the weakest part of that game. Aha! I knew that I was on the right trail. I mean, what's her face? What's his face? Chick that became a dude that became a chick that, I don't know. The lore's weird. All I remember is that after she fell down from the thingy, my first thought was, where'd your boobs go? That battle was actually okay. I enjoyed that battle. And I can't remember his name, but the guy before that, the guy that halfway through transforms into a fucking WWE match, I actually really enjoyed that battle. It's just a matter of like with everything in that game, it's a matter of the damage levels just not being balanced properly. And I really do think that FromSoft has become terrified of alienating the fans that have made them so yeah, at the throne, Hora Lu, that like halfway through he has like that spirit animal that he like rips off. I like that battle, like mechanically. It's just the damage levels. Like I think here's the problem. I think that what happened is Demon Souls came out at a time when games were at like the height of hand holding. Like we had like, you know, shit like you know, Call of Duty was very popular, and Halo, and even RPGs were like handholdy as fuck. And a game that didn't hold your hand and was a little bit difficult, I think the problem was it was such a breath of fresh air that it seemed like it actually made it seem more difficult than it is. Like for me, I remember Demon Souls, at least, I didn't find super difficult. Yeah, there were some bosses that I struggled with, But it wasn't a difficult game. It was a unique game. It was a game that didn't hold your hand, and it had like really cool stuff. And I still, to this day, think Demon Souls is the best one because it's the only one that, you know, had the balls to do some cool, unique stuff instead of just same shit that all the other games have been doing. And it really pisses me off that Dark Souls gets all this praise that it does not deserve, and it only gets it because it was multi-platform, so it reached a wider audience. And also the game, like the franchise, had established itself as good, whereas when Demon Souls first launched, it was kind of an unknown. So more people bought Dark Souls because of the hype, and there's so many things that people like praise Dark Souls for that it was Demon Souls that did that shit. And then a lot of the cool things that Demon Souls did, Dark Souls just said, fuck it, we're not doing that. We're not having cool boss fights that, you know, do unique things. And you know, people bitch about gimmick boss fights, and yeah, some of the gimmick boss fights are shitty, but it's like, why can't a boss just be a set piece moment? I don't understand why every single boss, like by law, has to be this test of your mettle. Like, why can't a boss just be like a storyline set piece that maybe isn't very difficult but is memorable? Like, nothing yeah. And definitely Dark Souls did that too, where with not unlocking fast travel, which I really wish more games would you know, not unlock fast travel, like not have it, or at least not unlock it till later on. And a lot of people will say, like, well, if you want that, then just don't use it. But what you got to understand is, if the game is designed around fast travel, then not using it is just boring. Like, I've tried doing like runs of Skyrim where I didn't do any fast travel, and it was so boring because there's so much of the world that there's nothing in. There's nothing there. So it's clear that fast travel is the way to go. But like, to me, nothing. I would put, and a lot of people would disagree, but I would put Made in Astraea in my top 10 boss battles of all time, because having a boss with like a bleak storyline that when you reach them they just take their own life is just such a memorable experience. And I'll take that over, you know, yet another like flippy floppy, like you've said that, like, I put it perfectly when I say that as the series went on, it more and more felt like you're still playing Demon Souls, but the enemy is playing Devil May Cry. Effective painkillers and trauma pads. That's kind of nice. That over there. I'll replace that with the safe haven one. All right. Can I move, please? I mean, that's why some of my favorite games, I've noticed that like my favorite games more and more are being ones where it's like a thing you gotta, like a puzzle you gotta figure out, and it's not like a puzzle in terms of like something like this where it's like, okay, here's the pieces, put them together. Yeah, that's fine. With like Outer Wilds and stuff. I'm just loving that. I'm loving Forgotten City because that's giving me big Outer Wilds vibes. I love anything where you gotta like piece together a puzzle on your own. Really? Fucking really? But those take up a space. Those take up a space each. Those fucking cocksucking things take up a space each. I'm sure they're strong. I'm sure they're strong. I'm sure they're strong. But they take up a space each. You fuckers. I'm gonna put these away because they're fucking useless. This inflicts heavy damage, but I threw it into a group of enemies, didn't kill a single one of them. I mean, I am on hard mode, so maybe it did do heavy damage, just not enough to kill them. Eh. If I ever figure out the hint wasn't Santa's butt. Was that necessary? Usually that happens when I leave. Yeah, I'm worried because that usually only happens if there's an enemy nearby and I leave the safe haven. Oh. Got a lunchbox nearby. Yeah. Yoink. Leave you some cookies, but I was worried an animal might get them, so I didn't. But it's thought that counts. I'm gonna take a right. Check out more of the shore. Jesus Christ, we're lunchboxing it up. Remember that story? Won't let anything bad happen to us unless it's good for drama. Hey, yeah, I grabbed that, and that's when there was those two enemies that I only killed one of, and it's still freaking me out that I never killed the other one, and they just It just went somewhere. Okay, so I've been through there. Up here is stash. There are 200 total vehicles in a factory consisting of bicycles and cars. Each car has 4 wheels, and each bicycle has 2 wheels. There are a total of 754 wheels in the factory. How many cars are there in a factory? The fuck? All right. Like I said, with stuff like this, I know there's some kind of probably algebraic formula to like figure it out right away, but for me, I do test scenarios until I find one. But let's just start in the middle. Let's just consider that there's 100 cars. So 100 times 4 equals, and then that's 400, and then 100 times 2 would be 600. So it's more than 100. So 120 times 4, 480. 80 times 2, 160 plus 480, that's 640. 140 times 4, 560. E times 2, 120. What was my... I really don't like that my calculator has a history thing, but it doesn't actually show your history. It shows the last calculation you did before you closed the app. What was I at? 140 times 4 equals 560. 560, 560, 560, 40 times 2 plus 560, 640. Wait, that was 140. 140 times 4, yeah, 560. 360 times 2 plus 560 be 680. 160 times 2, or not times 2, times 4 be 640. 640, 640, 640. Okay, so that's 720. We're getting closer, we're getting closer. 170 times 4 would be 680. And 30 times 2 plus 6, 8. 740. We're getting close, we're getting close, we're getting close. Okay, 175 times 4 would be 700. And then 25 times 2 would be 50. That'd be 750. So 177 times 4, 708. 77, 177, 70, 177. 77. 177. Wait, what? Fuck. 177. Oh wait. $754, so it'd be 177. Yay. Definitely didn't take me as long as the last fucking ad. We need to go bigger, more stick symbols, more graffiti. I want people pissing their pants when they think about going in the woods. Spread the word. Yeah, it's fine. Just maybe needs a bit less algebra. Throwing it out there. That's a ominous blow. Surprised there's not a... Oh. Ooh, save point. Thing put away. Let's put another one of those away. And put more of those. Gotten a lot of those now. Let's put you and you and you away. Put you back. Because it's nice that those stack in together. I really don't know why they made the decision to make your arrows stack in 4. That just seems needlessly. Anything happen if I... Nope. Alright, anything else down here? Nope, just going over that way. Okay, this was all flooded. Because I came up through that, so this is all flooded. So let's check that out, and then we'll be done with this area. Rose receives a message.
Rose woke up from another dream from her idol. Another message. All through her morning routine, she was humming happily. So happily, she realized she was starting to forget what Alan had told her. Something about a hero who would come to save them all. And the hero... Rose frowned. This won't do, Rose Marigold. You know better than to forget. Something about knitwear. The hero... liked it? Rose nodded, determined. She'd use the knitwork to guide the hero to the secret stashes she had hid in the forest to help them. Knitwear to mark the spot. Alan will love that, she thought. Now she only needed the knitwork. Rose thought hard. Mandy May was always knitting. Mandy May would help her.
I'm not gonna lie. I would get into knitting. That's something I could see myself doing. Woods were dark. I held my breath. I could hear heavy footsteps out among the trees. I was scared. My heart beat in my chest like a small bird fluttering against his cage. I shivered. I was cold too. I saw a shape emerge from the trees. It was menacing. I don't know what. I put my fucking hand over my mouth while I'm fucking trying to talk. It looked at me with the evil glowing eyes. I gasped. No, it had seen me. It growled and lurched towards me. I ran and ran till running became too hard to do. I couldn't run anymore, so I stopped running. I felt the monster's hot breath on my neck. I was too afraid to turn around. It was about to get me. It was gone for sure. I ran again. I'd never been so scared, not ever. This was the end. I wish anyone would come save me. Okay. There's a thing that I unlocked. Okay. So this I came by when I was chasing after Alan, but down here was flooded. Which the weird thing is, it doesn't, I mean, I guess it's like meant to be like a kind of magical like flood within the story, but this area, the area, other than like, you know, damp ground, it doesn't really show signs of being flooded. Like if an area was flooded recently, then any like container, like this boat would be full of water, you know? Stuff like that would be, it's not a big deal. Hopefully that's just a stack of warmth. Thank you. I'm gonna be honest, I kind of wish games would just do away with inventory management, because like it doesn't, it's not, first off, it's not ever realistic in any way whatsoever. There'd be no way I'd be able to carry around the amount of weapons I carry around, and the amount of ammo, and the amount of trauma pads, not to mention all this shit. And so it's like just purely like a gameplay thing. And it's like, I get that like in something like Resident Evil, it like adds to the tension of like, you know, make decision making of like, okay, do I wanna, I got these 2 gems I gotta take to this spot, do I wanna take them both and forego that many inventory spots, or make 2 trips? Definitely,
There's a
Hello.
rhyme over here.
5 little monsters out on the sea, competing to see who the winner will be. They rock their boats to find out who floats. until one little monster did fall. Mama called out to the sea and cried, and the sea, she replied, on the bottom they will rot if they will not stop rocking their boat. All right, the monster on the boat. And Mama called out to the sea.
Yes.
Well, all the fives.
Broken.
Did you just split in half when I fucking surprised there weren't more monsters to match the number in the rhyme. Hello. What do you do? Chance to stun enemy on flashlight boost? No. You already kind of stun them a bit. Although, I can see that being kind of helpful. I'm not going to equip it because it's extremely circumstantial. But I can see that being helpful for times when an enemy has a weak spot on their back. During those points, it would be nice to be able to have time during that stun to run around behind them and get at that weak spot. I'm really not sure what you're supposed to do with the enemies that got the weak spots on their backs. Like, there's a brief period when you first do the flashlight that you're able to hit them, but it's like, all right, so to be a safe point. Yosh. Okay, what's with that door that's locked? Oh yeah, shoot box. You away. Where's that door that it says is locked? That'd be over here. This one that
I can't get
never
through
been
this.
able to get through. Alright. There's a cult stash out there. Why does it say there's a... Oh, I can get back here? Why does it call this a point of interest? That's not the point of interest. Interesting. Or are you just still counting this sign as a point of interest? No, it's a little over. Oh, my car. Okay, yeah, that's... I guess that counts as a... Hi. I'm gonna avoid the sheriff's station. I don't wanna,
People just burst in here and expect others to clean up after them.
proceed in the main story path. Don't mind me, person standing right next to me. I have clearance to do this. When did I remember David mentioning this at one point
Call box.
in his videos. At what point did I change out of my FBI uniform, or did it just never happen? I'm just not actually FBI. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Oh, I remember. Man, for some reason this building sticks out to me. Nothing special happened at this building. I just remember coming around it and nine. Not sure why there's a 9 there.
Well, at least the fishes are biting again. I didn't like all that hubbub earlier, poor things.
7. 6. We guess against like the highest to the lowest. Okay, lowest is 7. The highest is 6. And then over here is 9. Where was the cold stone? I can't remember what order what was. Let's just put shit in. Okay. 7. 9. 7. 9. 6. 7. 9. 6. 9. 7. There we go. Yay! Go from the cult will come for you. Well, I needed that. I needed the inventory space.
She wouldn't just wander off and not tell us. Especially after all the weirdness at the lodge. I'm worried, Jules.
Well, I'm fucking worried too. You just had to follow some stupid internet rumors and solve the riddle of Bright. Okay. One of us needs to stay at the lodge in case Marcy shows up. And the other one should go out looking for her.
If we canvass the woods, We're sure to find some tracks or something. Some
Yeah,
hints to her
that's
whereabouts.
gonna end well for
We
you.
can even use some of our equipment.
This is not the time to geek out over the stupid gear, Riley. It's all toys anyway.
Are those ghost hunters? Ghost facers. David, David, David. You back yet? You back? David. I'm back. I wanted to ask you if you've gotten to the ghost facers yet. I know you said you started watching Supernatural.
Another locked box.
Overprivileged town hall folks complaining about poor TV reception, hopefully not do the paint job. Took a photo with the giant moose statue in the park. Damn dogs keep digging up flowers. Park's trash can needed a fresh coat of paint, painted an extra layer. Tried painting the large tree in the park, but the weather was too hot. Cooled down on a bench in a sheltered area and had an epiphany. Placed a screw on the purple park bench. What? Okay, so TV reception, the trash can, and the large tree in the park. Those are three things that you painted. And I will need to find those things that you painted. Hi. Yeah, that's the sheriff's station. We're avoiding that for the time being. The bench, the tree, and I wonder if that's a ducky. I keep seeing the duck, and I honestly cannot remember if it was an SCP, an old SCP, or if it was one of the objects in Control that was the duck that just randomly appears in different places. Where is the park? I guess over there would be the park. Oh, and there's something that I can use my bolt cutters on. Although I already did, and now for some reason it's still showing on the map that I didn't. Yeah, I don't know if the stuff that I'm supposed to find for that would be like near it, like if it's like all gonna be like nearby where the thing is.
So what do you think that whole thing at the lodge was about?
I don't think. It's better not to get mixed up with that.
Better is better.
So you do know something after all.
I don't think it's gonna let me go. That's not gonna.
I need to go back.
That way.
Got a case to solve.
Yeah, I know. I know. Don't gotta be a butt about it. I remember the park being in the game. Like, I don't think it was like a major set piece, but I do remember going through it.
You remember how it went last time? The sacrifices we made? The pain? It's happening again.
Okay, so there was a big tree that you painted in the park. My flashlight ain't doing shit. Wait, I think I saw some. Yep. Okay. I'm gonna take pictures of these since I feel like they might be kind of sporadic when I find them. Hey, David. I wanted to ask you. This may seem random, but that I came across. I don't. You may remember coming across them. Some.
Held fast.
Some.
Look at us, as thick as thieves.
Some random chicks that were talking about someone disappearing, and they were going to use their ghost hunting equipment to find them. And I was like, ghost facers, and I was like, I wonder if David's gotten to that part. I know he's been watching Supernatural. Yeah, they show up a few times throughout the series. I love them. Yep.
I'm sure whatever is coming is going to be a cakewalk.
You know, I bet that biker gang from the next town over had something to do with what went on at the lodge.
I'm looking for a purple bench. Mentioned painting a trash can. And then the note mentioned taking a break on a purple bench. There's the trash can. I guess that's the one for the trash can. The purple bench? I don't think it's purple. Dude, you need, life is too short. You need to tell that pool how you feel, bro. You know, fucking do it. Okay, now I'm making a loop. Let's go into the diner, see if anything happens in there. At the
Good grub you got here.
I'm glad to hear it.
I love that when you found that note about playing the same song over and over again, you thought it was a reference to poets. There's not a poet song called Coconut. There's a lot of references to them, but that's not one of them.
All right.
Oh. Well, all right then.
Hello, dear. I must have already petted you. Actually, now that I think about it, I've already found 2 of the code things. I could probably just brute force it. Dear Diary, Alan contacted me again today. There was a message for me hidden in the newspaper. He wanted to make sure I was ready for his arrival. What a silly thing to even ask. Of course I'm ready. Duh, Alan. Oh, Norman got into a dried apricots at work again. I swear he'll have to fumigate the place. Dear Diary, some guy at the diner got mad that I bought him a piece of cherry pie and demanded a free piece of apple, but he totally ordered cherry. And when I pointed out that he already took 2 bites of the cherry, he said he thought it was apple. Apple pie and cherry pie do not look the same. Told him he could order another piece, but he'd have to... Oh, that's ripped off. I was gonna say, did you go from one notebook to another in the same diary entry? I paid for it, got so mad he started screaming about leaving me a bad review, like I care about reviews. Anyway, I took away his pie and told him babies shouldn't be eating sweets. He shouted a little bit and left. Cynthia's been acting up lately. I think she's turning into you-know-what. Lots of you-know-what's popping up lately. I'll keep an eye on it. Things got out of hand, I can always get out the rifle. I'm sure Alan would appreciate me keeping the place safe. Jesus fucking Christ, you psychopathic bitch.
It's not opening.
I am gonna go back to the cult stash that I found. Was over here. Since I found 2 of the pieces, should be able to brute force it. Okay, I took a picture. Okay. The Portiva reception, I don't know. Park's trash can needed a fresh coat of paint. That would be that one. And then tried painting the large tree in the park, but the weather was too hot. Pulled down on a bench in the sheltered area and had an epiphany. So that would be that one. So the last one should be this. And then the one next to the trash can was this. There we go. Monsters live in the woods. Alright, what am I doing now? Sheriff station, obviously. Main Street, but can't go downtown or anything. I feel like I've done everything I can here. I think it wouldn't let me go back up there or anything. I think what I'm gonna do is it's time for a little bit of detour cleanup
I don't
time.
like the sounds coming from the station.
No, I'm sure you don't like the sounds coming from the station. I'm going to head to Cauldron Lake, give that a once over. Oh no, my car's over here. Then I'll go to Watery and give that a once over. I don't think I need to go to I'll probably need to go, well, it's in Watery, but I'll probably need to go back to the Coffee World. Oh. Because I think there was a few things that I missed in there. I mean, I shouldn't have to give this place a once over, because any stashes and shit that I found that are locked would be all the shit would have been added to my map. Alright, so there's a cult stash this way. Anything going on over at the old FBC station? Event in progress. Yep, there's an Altered World event going on, alright. About as altered as it gets. Although, funnily enough, all the shit going on in Cauldron Lake and just everything about this game is actually, I don't want to say tame, but is definitely not like the worst of what kind of messed up stuff exists in this universe once you play Control. There's some more dangerous shit going on.
There's another cult stash.
Well, wash hands, take chicken out of fridge, take a nap. Oh, okay. Oh, did I completely forget this place?
Dear.
Wash hands. Okay, fridge be the hourglass. Hands be the sideways hourglass. And then nap would be the pointing left and right. Let's be a warning, fellow trespassers. Say the lake is a caldera, something formed by blah blah blah. Oh, that's not true. What if it's something else? Something man-made, intentional. I say the lake's not formed, it's designed, it has a purpose. Lake is a hiding place. Beneath the calm surface lies secret machinery ready to be activated. Press of the button. And the people with the button, they're in that big house by the lake preparing. I know it. First drawing, waterline. Real caldera is made from a volcano. Lava. Second drawing, waterline. Engineer structure. Strange machines. Okay. So, take a nap. Left and right. Okay, so it's hourglass side. So it's sideways hourglass, hourglass, and then pointing left and right. Huh? Wash your hands, take the chicken out of the fridge, take a nap. Wash hands, chicken out of the fridge, take a nap. Hmm? What am I stuck on? Well, I'm fucked on something. Okay, whatever. Oh, where I went wrong on that. All right. Then I don't know what that is. Yeah, I tried the Anno games. They definitely seem like something I would enjoy if I took the time to really get into it. But yeah, I fucking suck at them too. Like, it's definitely the kind of game where you gotta like learn the ins and outs of like the trade routes and setting up things and like what things are important to upgrade and everything. Granted, I think I only put like about 4 or 5 hours into it when I had it. There's another one that's like Anno 23 something or other. That might interest you more. I know you like, you know, futuristic stuff. I think it's meant to be the same general concept. I did that. I've done all the nursery rounds. Actually, I don't think I've done all the nursery rounds because I think there was meant to be one in the rental cabins, and I never went there. Which is interesting because the game mentioned the rental cabins pretty early on in the game, and I just never ended up going there. So I don't know if that's like a side thing that you can do whenever you want, or if it's gonna want me to go there as part of the story. Alright. I've done everything. Can I cross that water? We're about to find out. Actually, I should go in here real quick and save it. You know what I just realized? I had to do a whole extra playthrough of, oh, there's a thing I never... Yep. A whole extra playthrough of, the remaster of Alan Wake, solely because, there I was missing one out of all the Thermos collectibles, and it turned out I had picked it up and then went into a room, got into a battle, died, and then respawned, finished the battle, and then left, not realizing that if you don't checkpoint, it doesn't save your collectibles. Because I'm used to games saving collectibles and the rest of your like checkpoint shit separately. And I just realized, I hope that it hasn't done that with those deer statues, because I think I've done a good job of finding most of them and petting them. But if I found one, petted it, and then died, and then forgot to re-pet it.
Waiting just below. Broken door.
Actually, I could be wrong, but I remember looking, when I was looking at the games they had on Game Pass, one of them was Galactic Civilization, which is basically the Civ games but like in space, and I'd always meant to give that a go with you. So if you want to check out if that's on Game Pass and see if my PC can run it, maybe fuck around with that sometime. But we'd have to do it soon because I've only got a 3-month trial, and I'm about done with the first month, and I don't really plan on re-upping it. Galactic Civilizations. It's made by the same dev as the Civ games, and it's basically the Civ games but in space. So Space Chero. The only reason we never got around to trying it is that it's expensive, especially with the DLC, and it like seems to never ever ever go on sale for some reason. All right, bolt cutter time.
There's another lunchbox.
Yoinkus. Hair was longer than I remember, blowing gently in the cool night breeze. I put my hand to his cheek. Confirmed that he was indeed real, and he was. He was real, feeling his handsome beard, wild but neatly trimmed. Beneath my fingers proved it. You're back, I breathed. Yes, I'm back. I wasn't cold any longer. Uh-huh. Yeah, you act like you're a huge fan and you can't even tell when he's being possessed by a dark entity. How big of a fucking fan can you be? There's building off here to the side that I haven't checked out yet. Oh, fuck. That looks like it's a clue for something. And it's not letting me touch it. And that's blocked off. Four. Sick. Oh, fuck. Two. Chest nearby. Yeah, chesty, chesty, chesty. Yeah, chesty, chesty, chesty. Right. Eh.
Another rhyme.
Oh, great. Birds watching you like that movie, but protective, not attacking. Mythical inspiration, Norse mythology, ancient Egyptian. Provux Cavax from the family Corvidae, research symbolism. Element, stalking monster, watchful birds. Stakes can't be too high for both risk management and fruitful outcomes. Make sure the rhyming is looser this time. Need to test this approach for possibly more ambiguous interpretational results. Alright, let's check out this rhyme. Our hero, courageous and true, stalked by the monster hatching through. The clever crows can call their warning and keep an eye on the battle forming. Well, the crow definitely going there. When the fight is done and over, the hero and the crows reap the rewards left for her. Where's the hero? Monster hatching? Yes. Bye bye.
A charm for my
Another
bracelet.
beer mug. Fiction notice. Our Falls bookstore raffle. Waldron Lake closed. Is your email hacker proof? Federal Bureau of Control has Disney this area vacated as a matter of public health and safety. Yeah. Hello.
Hate to see them like this.
What was my mind thing gonna say when I...
Let my twin in the other office lead the way.
Eh? Does that mean I'm done and I gotta go to the real life version of that office? If so, oakley dokley. I think I've done everything I... No, there's still stuff to do here. Even if it's only just getting some doors unlocked. Now this one is blocked off. Can't ever get that open. Oh, there's a cult stash over here. Look, what were all those numbers I found? I can't remember. Found numbers on those. Big weird animal tried to Break into our clubhouses. Scary. Max hit big stick and ran away. Candy stash has gone missing. Maybe it was the squirrel. Max found candy wrappers in the woods. There was some big poops there. It wasn't a squirrel. Max has gone missing. Where the Wicked Witch? One person is the Wicked Witch. Everybody else has to run and hide. When the witch says, "Beware me," everyone has to change places. If you go to someone else's hiding place, you can tag them to kill them. Don't get tagged and killed. If the Wicked Witch finds you, you're dead. If you find the witch's lair, she is caught. Burn the witch. Well, that just sounds like a lovely game. Got to pay.
Animals stayed away from the water's edge as if to avoid some unseen submerged predator waiting just below the dark surface. They never drank the water from the lake. Birds flew around it, never over. Darkness flowed from Cauldron Lake. Gaze in the black mirror of the lake, you'd see it all around you, and you'd understand. It was already out, already where you were. It was already too late. Cauldron Lake used to be alive with people. Beautiful forests, hiking trails leading to stunning vistas. Then the government put up a fence, kept the people out. Volcanic gas, they said. They didn't want anyone knowing the truth. The lake wasn't a lake at all. The dark water a mask to hide the hungry, bottomless ocean below.
Well, it's an ocean, it was.
A fence couldn't stop the flood that was coming. Nothing could. The return of the nightmare.
I think it's interesting that of everyone I've ever seen talk or, like, you know, make reviews or show anything about the Alan Wake series, it's always extremes when it comes to it's not a lake and it's an ocean. They either think that's the coolest fucking line, which is the camp I fall into, it's just such a cool line to end a game on, or they think it's like really fucking stupid. Is there rules against taking pills on stream? As long as I don't talk about what pills they are. Just taking my meds. And yes, I'd like Alan to read me some bedtime stories too. You know, Jesus Christ, I've dropped 1,000 frames. That's way more than usual. My internet must be acting up. Or it's not my internet, because it's supposed to go, when you're on the same network, it's supposed to go straight through the home network instead of going through the internet. Which is why when I get paid, I'm gonna get one of those well, actually, I don't know if I'm going to, because I'm thinking of getting like a cheap, maybe used Elgato. Or I'll have to look into that, because I got my Elgato forever ago, and I don't know if they're still like top dog when it comes to streaming devices. There might be another brand that would be better for my budget. I'll look into that. Yeah, it's not hard drugs. I mean, some of it's stuff that like it's like controlled substances, but it's all stuff that's like legally prescribed to me. You know, as much as like I agree with like the voice actors and stuff. How the fuck do I have 50 upgrade points? I agree with the voice actors that like complain about like AI voice. It's like I do agree, you know, like morally, that it's like you have the right to your voice, and like those like AI renderings of like characters from games like saying goofy shit. Like that's kind of immoral. This is like it's their voice, they own the right to that. But at the same time, it would be really cool to like if technology, like we're almost there where the technology is good enough where like currently it's still a little janky. But when it gets to the point where it's like unmistakable, like it would be kind of cool to have like a voice you like, you know, reading like an audiobook or something. I would say that like if we could be assured that the furthest this would ever go is just some goofy memes of characters reading off goofy things, then I'd say it's an overreaction. But what it's a slippery slope kind of thing where voices are going to be like, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if like there's going to be companies that are gonna, because there's already companies that are doing like games with like AI generated voices and stuff. And I wouldn't be surprised if they tried to like, you know, claim like just as an example, Naughty Dog like trying to claim that since Nathan Drake is their character, they own the rights to his likeness, including his voice, and then using AI to like I can definitely see companies doing that to voice actors are probably one of the most under like mistreated people working in games, and it's sad that some of them are pieces of shit that are like I don't know if you know the whole situation with Bayonetta, but the chick that did the voice of Bayonetta threw a big stink about how much she was going to get paid for Bayonetta 3 and decided that she quit, and then she threw a bunch of shade at the chick that replaced her, and then it came out that she was basically lying about everything. She was lying about how much she was going to get paid. She was lying about how much work she was going to have to do, and as soon as she got caught, you know, faking all of it and lying about everything, she just took the route of, can we just let this go? Why is everyone harassing me? And then she tried to play the feminist card. Ironic considering the kind of character she was more than happy to play. You know, claiming that she's receiving harassment because she's a woman. It's like, shut the fuck up. All right. I don't want that. Like, I would actively, like, not only would that not help me, I would actively not want that. 2 headshots in quick succession. I know that you keep joking that you wouldn't be able to get headshots, but I'm pretty good at getting headshots. But it's like, getting the stun is like, eh. But what do we got for the rifle? Okay, the shield. I mean to get that. Yeah, I already read that. I died after I got it. Stand still to enter and improve focus. Grants perfect accuracy, pulls shots towards enemy weak points, and deals increased damage. Consecutive hits will significantly reduce the time between shots. I don't really need that. I'll take that.
Saga stood still, emptying her mind, focusing, breathing in, breathing out. She aimed the rifle, ready for the kill shot.
Okay, go ahead and spoil this for me. Don't tell me what it is, but is there another weapon that Saga gets? Because the way this table is laid out, it looks like there's going to be a magazine right here. Is this the only weapon she gets, or is there another that she gets? Because if so, I might want to hold on to my upgrade points for it. I've got the rifle, the shotgun, the pistol, and the crossbow. Of course. Increased damage to enemies that are stunned, blinded, or knocked down. I guess I'll get that because when
taking was
you
momentarily
oh, I got
out
a
of
trophy
action,
for that.
but not for long. Saga raised the sawn-off shotgun
Because when
to
you
stop it
use
once and for all.
when you burn away the darkness, that does blind them briefly. So I guess that's worth getting. For later.
Another one of those cult boxes.
Window, tornado, castle under the bridge, yeah, through the trees. Weird that there's a 3 and there's a 2, but I don't see it. Whatever. I know I fucking... Oh, that's not even a, that's not even a code. That's a... Okay, so... Out the window, through the tornado... Through the castle... Tree... Boneyard... Or, no, castle... Under the bridge, boneyard... Is there a window I can jump out of? I don't see a window I can jump out of. I'm just gonna take a picture of this. What the fucking tornado is. Unless that's the dryer. Oh no, this is the tornado. This is the spinny do. Okay. Then through the castle. I hear someone being a goober. Guess the castle would be going through this room. And then under the bridge. How the fuck did I get turned around with that? Ah, there's a reminder. Around the mountain. Whatever the hell that means.
Darkness opened.
There we go. All right. I don't know why it wants me to drop down there. I wonder if the boneyard is one of these rooms that's got like a bunch of like gear and shit. This right here must be that little castle thing. Then boneyard is maybe this truck that's all fucked. And then tree number 2. You gotta find 2. Find 2. Hello. It's in here. Okay, this one was actually pretty fun. Much better than the math test. I'll find a agree. Okay, I think I'm done here. Check the map. Yep. Yeah, that's locked, but that's because there's stuff blocking it. There's nothing else on the map. So it looks like I'm done. I'm done in Cauldron Lake. Could I just... Any chance I could just scooch on through? Thanks. Yeah, I know I said that next I gotta go to Watery, but I'm gonna go back to Bright Falls for two reasons. First one being that I want to go to the deer in my room and see what happens. And the second is I gotta stop soon because one, I'm getting sleepy. I've been up all night. And second, I'm unfortunately, I think I can do this without unplugging everything and fucking everything up. I've got a I don't, yeah, you can't see it because it's too bright, but that window there, instead of a shade, I've got a Final Fantasy X-2 wall scroll that I've had for years. And I just turned off my TV. Thank God the fact that I'm streaming didn't, at least I hope that's why that did that. Usually when I accidentally turn off my TV, it puts my PlayStation into sleep mode automatically. But anyway, I got an old Final Fantasy X-2 wall scroll, which Final Fantasy X-2 is one of my favorite Final Fantasies. And before you say it, no, it's not just because of the sexy girls. That helps. But I just love the gameplay, and I love the just the style of it and everything. And I've got that up on the window. But because of that, because that's not an actual shade, and you get an actual shade up there, the sun shines through it. And so, and that's the direction that the sun comes up in the morning, so it's shining on me and making it a little hard to see. Like, I could probably play for like another hour or two before it got bad. And you say, let my sister... There's something I'm missing. Okay, you can color me confused. David, did you ever figure this puzzle out? Because I'm pretty sure I got them all, and then it said, let my sister in the other cabin guide you. I'm not sure what, I'm still dropping. Nah, I didn't. Eh, fuck it, I'm gonna look it up. Hello. Not really sure how intuitive I would say that is. The thing I looked up said that the locked door at the end of the hallway. But I mean, it's a decent puzzle and everything. Not a puzzle, but like a collectible of finding all of them and petting them. But the clue of let my sister show you the way, nothing about that one pointed me towards this. There should have been like there should have been something. I mean, eventually I would have come back down this hallway and eventually saw this, but still. Damn. Fucking collectible jamboree. Holy ass fuck. That's a lot of deer heads. Alright, you know, I will be right back. I'm gonna go put a bunch of shit in my shoebox and come on back. Got so many of those mugs. Now that I've got I've got more space, I should carry one of those mugs with me, just like for like when I find like a particularly difficult boss battle or something. I've got so much fucking shit that I'm almost running out of space in the regular inventory. Or not the regular inventory, the stash inventory. Alrighty then. That was a nice little man, I'm a little annoyed I didn't get a trophy for doing all of them. Like the collectibles are good and everything, but I was kind of hoping I'd get a trophy for doing all that. But oh well. Thing happen if I go back into the palace again. Oh. So here's what's gonna happen now. I'm gonna save it. And then I'm going to lay back, find something to watch, maybe get some sleep. Um, man, I'm dropping so many frames. I don't know what's going on with the Wi-Fi right now. Anyway, and then I'm gonna, before the next time I play this, and you can tell me if you think this would be a huge mistake, but what I'm gonna do is I'm going to go, where's my map? I'm gonna go back to I really think it's stupid that you can't look at maps for places you're not in. But I want to go back to Watery because I get the feeling that the storyline is gonna make me go back to the theme park at some point. Just because it was in that movie we watched. But I'm just gonna I'm gonna off stream go back to Watery and do a once over of that, getting all the goodies I missed. If anything crazy happens, then I'll stop and save it and do it on stream. That way, when I start the next stream, I can jump right into going to the sheriff's station and continuing the storyline instead of start the next stream with a bunch of meandering. Anyway, thank you for hanging out. And I do believe, theoretically, in the next stream, we should have this game done. So thank you for watching, and thanks for hanging out, my Dito Burrito.